Hello everyone, I'm TheCrimsonDM, and welcome to Crimson Plays Pokemon X. Now, I will admit openly, this is an emulator, and there are a couple good reasons for that. One, I can't figure out how to record my DS screen, and even if I could, I hate it. Two, I hate playing portable games. I really do. I felt like I wasted money on this hunk of plastic. Not because it's bad, but because I just hate portable systems. It's a personal preference. I have a hard time playing games on the phone. I really just need a big old Xbox controller in my hand if I want to play Pokemon. I know, that's weird, but that's just kind of how I feel. And, also, I can only seem to record things from my computer, so this is the sacrifice I gotta make. That being said, with all that hullabaloo out of the way, this emulator doesn't seem to have any save states, so cheating's not really a thing, which is fine. I don't think you can really cheat too hard in this game in the first place. I mean, it's Pokemon X. It's not going to be hard. Unless I do like some sort of weird petite lock, which I've thought about in the past. But if I did something like that, I might want to pick an even easier game, like, I don't know, Pokemon Go, Let's Go Pikachu. It's a movie about a 17-year-old man who went on a journey with his beloved cat Pokemon. Is that a reference? It's a Wii U. Ah, lovely. I've never owned one of those. Which is a little sad, because I've always wanted to play one. But I'd rather play the Switch at this point. Ow. There's also no music. Isn't that lovely? Oh well, I can live with that. Morning, Crimson. You sure slept well. All rested up from the move? It's about time you got going. Why don't you step out and say hello to the neighbors? I'm a terrible mom who will abandon you soon. Ciao. Ooh, I'd forgotten about this. Yeah, this was the first foray into fully 3D Pokemon games. That's annoyingly loud. My ears just started bleeding. Thank you. Can I get music soon? This game feels hollow and empty without it. Oh gods, I'm going to be assaulted by the mass amount of different trainers. Oh no, please tell me I'm not going to have a male love interest. It's so boring. The name's Caleb. I live next door. And I'm Shauna. Great to meet you. Guess what? We've come to get you. The renowned Professor Sycamore lives here in the Kalos region. I heard he has a task for 5 kids, including us. Lame. But I'm surprised he knows who you are. You did just move to Vanny Villa, after all. We'll wait for you in the next town over. And you know what? We're going to get a Pokemon. Come on, hurry, let's go. I'd forgotten that this game actually had a little bit of a love interest thing going on until just now. And because Nintendo is super sexist, or genderist, racist, biased, cool. I can do that. Ride the Rhydon. Ride it! Anyway, they don't like gays, apparently, in America. It's Nintendo of America that's really weird about gays. It's really annoying. Like, after I learned about what they had done to Paper Mario, Vivi-chan became one of my favorite characters of all time. And unfortunately, also, like, I don't want to go that way. Stop making me. I don't care about the story to this. I'm literally just going to skip through this. They've got nothing to tell me except for to kind of introduce a little bit of their individual goals, but having 4 different rivals is too many. There might be 5 different rivals, but there's too many rivals. I can't care about any of them. One of them's kind of cute and has pigtails. No. Oh, gods, no. What do you mean? I only get kind of offensive nicknames. I could be Little C, I could be Lady C. I could be Seakins. You know what? I got it. I am P. Niles. P. Niles. You will call me P. Niles. You want us to call you P. Niles? Yeah, because I'm so mature. Okay, P. Niles fits you perfectly. Oh, are you sure they do? Oops. I guess this was a bit more fitting than I thought it would be. Oh, that's also a sex joke. Okay. Well, this is gonna be fun. I'm just gonna totally troll this. Hate. I actually like your evolution. Man, without music, this is really lonely. I'm sure there's supposed to be music, but maybe I should just start playing this as like an experiment to see what they did wrong with the ROM. No, I actually don't know the name of most of the unique ones from this generation, so I kinda need to actually see those. Okay, now I'm gonna skip all of y'all because none of you's got anything useful to say. Also, I recently heard like the biggest BS thing I'd ever heard with regards to Pokemon Sun and Moon and how it has kind of an atrociously in-your-face story. And I heard the reason is that they just barely learned how to do facial animations on characters. And I'm like, dude, all your facial animations in Pokemon Sun and Moon look creepy. They just barely learned facial recognition. I call major bull on that. Like, I mean, come on. This game has facial recognition, like, not facial recognition, facial expressions. This game has facial expressions. Oh, God, no. Stop taking away time from my journey. Not playing Sun and Moon. Anyway, I call major bull on that. That's a lame excuse. Their facial expressions in X and Y suck. X and Y suck. Like, they don't just suck. They're really creepy. Like, they actually kind of freak me out in Sun and Moon. Okay, so not Fennekin. I guess we're battling. I'll admit you are the cutest rival, but other than me, like, kicking your Pokemon's butt right now, because apparently they make these games too easy, you can shut it. Has anyone else seen Starter Squad? Okay, I know there's something wrong with the music now. Okay, well, I guess I'm adding Pokemon, what's that one I really like? Pokemon Reborn music? Or is it Pokemon Rejuvenation? Rejuvenation. Rejuvenation? Rejuvenation? I can't see, I don't think I'm pronouncing that word right, and I don't know why. Oh, I leveled up. You know what? I don't even need to hear the sound effects of this. I got them in my ear, and they kind of just hurt because there's no music to balance it out. Like, I'm hearing no music. You guys will be hearing probably Pokemon Reborn music on random. Because I am not gonna sit here and try and manually edit all the songs to sound like it was really working right. And only because I'm lazy and don't really care about this playthrough too much. Not that I don't care about it, but like, my entire goal here is to try and experience this game in a format that's comfortable for me personally and be able to enjoy it. And I think maybe it's a little bit of the fact that I'm blind. Like, I'm a little blind. Seeing things on handheld's not exactly easy for me. I can do it, but it's not the best. And I know that there might be a way to be able to play it on a television if you have like a Nintendo Wii U or something, but... Oh no, I hate this. Don't get me locked into a tutorial. Tutorial locking is the worst. Okay, can I leave? Can I go catch the Pokemans? Are you gonna be weird? Roar. Okay, cool. It's so weird that there's no music to the game. Like, I guess this is an experiment. Let's call it documentation experimental procedures. Why is my camera all... Whew boy! That camera, for a minute, was about to have me swear because it was very weird and disorienting, and I will not deal with that. I am going to save the game and go catch the Pokemons. What time is it even? La da 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 da. Okay, so first up, I want to admit I do like Pokemon. It's one of my favorite franchises of all time. If you teach me to catch a Pokemon, I'm gonna kick you in the nuts. Okay, good. We got that understood. It's cool between us. Wait, do I not get a... When do I get a crappy second star? I don't want a Pidgey! I mean, maybe if it was a golden Pidgey, I would buy it and train it, but I hate Pidgey! Okay, I don't hate Pidgey. It's just... I've used Pidgey in every Pokemon game all my life growing up. And you know what I think about Pidgey? You know what my 2 cents are on Pidgey? I want this one, though. You know what my 2 cents are on Pidgey? Pidgey is an interesting Pokemon. He piddles out of usefulness by, like, level 30. And he ends up being a big bag of disappointment. You know, even Swellow turned out to be a bit disappointing, which is sad. Because I like Swellow a whole lot better than Pidgey. That being said, I hear that this one, Fletchling, is one of the best starter bird types you can get. What? No! That zoom in on my face is how I felt. Like, that is how I felt in this moment. Man, this 3D stuff, this cinematic looks so weird without the music. It's like random zoom ins and random everything. I wonder if they ever thought about what it'd look like to people who were playing this without listening to the music. Oh, hi Penals! Come to learn how to catch Pokemon with me? Caleb's mom and dad are amazing trainers. That's why we know so much about catching Pokemon and battling. You can talk about my parents if you want, but it doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm going to show you how to catch one now, so watch carefully. I don't want to, though. A wild Bun appeared, and it's not the sex Bun, so I don't care. I got some Pokeballs, and I don't care about the rest of your tutorial. Get out of my way. Let me catch my Pokemons in the pace. Peace! I'm gonna be honest, my favorite Pokemon game outside of like the original trilogy is probably Pokemon Black and White. It's definitely Pokemon Black and White. Oh yeah, I was trying to catch you earlier and then I had to kill you because life sucks. Also, I'll mention that one thing I really enjoyed about this game in particular, that was a new innovation that I think we've needed to have for so many years, is that when you catch a Pokemon, you get experience points for it. Which means you're a lot more incentivized to actually go out and catch the Pokemon. Like in the older games, if you caught one, you wouldn't get experience, and that sucked. I mean, it's a mild concern because it's one battle out of like, what, 250 something to get your Pokemon fully leveled EV-wise if you're doing that crap. But, oh boy, I don't feel so good physically. These friendly Pokemon send signals to one another with beautiful chirps and tail-feather movements. No, I don't need to rename it because I don't know its names properly. I hate to say it, but I kind of dropped the ball with this game. I think I got up to some power plant or something and then I quit playing. Pidgey! I don't want you. There's a special place in hell for you. So what I can imagine here is starter bird type, starter Rattata type, and probably a rare. Oh, and starter bug type. Okay. Now, I think I don't know what this guy would look like after I evolve him, but I've already used a scatterbug. See, one of the things about this, and this is a self-made challenge, and I do this pretty much every time I play Pokemon nowadays. I will not use a Pokemon that I have used previously in the past. Aside from starters, because, you know, some of these games I've played so many times I can't really help it. Speaking of Pokemon, why, in goodness gracious, are so many of the Pokemon in Ultra Sun and Moon sexualized? Like, I get having a couple of these, maybe, like, throughout the series, having, like, one per game at most. Like, even Jinx was sexualized, but she's based on what I think is called a Koge demon, which is what Mr. Popo is based on. They're not based on blackface. That is a common misconception. They're also not based on the weird thing people would do in Japan that was also inspired by blackface. They were based on a demon from Japanese mythology, which looks kind of hilariously cartoonish and a little bit freaky. Probably does some weird stuff like puts eyeballs in your butt and eats your face or something. It's Japan. They got some weird demons. But then we get Gardevoir, which is not sexualized. It's sexualized insofar as it is the symbol of a beautiful woman and kind of fosters femininity. Femininity, is that a word? Feminine characteristics and traits, and it oh man, I can't speak. It idealizes them and symbolizes them, but it's not actually meant to be a sexually attractive Pokemon. Then you get to the friggin' Playboy Bunny, which is hilarious. I actually like Blue Bunny. I just never trained one because it's normal type. I don't usually deal with normals, because I'm weird. But, and that one was like, okay, why? Why is that a thing? And then you get some gothic chick, which is understandably not exactly, sexualized, but we know how the internet treated Gardevoir. There's no way they didn't know that people were going to do that to Gothica. And then finally we end up with Pokemon Sun and Moon and like a bunch of different things. I was looking and there's something called Salazzle. It's a Scaly. It is straight up a Scaly, okay? There's nothing else that I can say about it other than it's a frickin' Scaly. They might be making the water turn to frickin' frogs gay, but Pokemon's turning your frickin' kids into future furries. Oh, it's funny because it's not exactly true. I mean, partially, probably, but so did Disney. So is Disney and Pixar. That's kind of their job, I think, is to turn your children and people from my generation into furries. Not that I am a furry, because I do not put on a costume, and I do not, you know, I don't wear costumes. They freak me out. That's right, costumes freak me out. What was I saying? I love furry art, though. You ever look at my DeviantArt account and see what I favorite, you're gonna get a pretty good idea of, you know, what kind of art I like. I like cartoon anything, especially if it's, like, kind of attractive. Kind of attractive or super kawaii. That's the art I like. Those are the art I like. There's basically going to be nothing done in this episode because I'm having too much fun just smashing Pokemon's teeth in. And I'm not even training the right Pokemon. I'm just playing this the way I normally do. Which is the first hour or so is spent training 2 Pokemon to take on the first gym. That's my style. I do enjoy Pokemon X as far as it's a Pokemon game. But from my memory, there's just too much going on, and it was a big disappointment with how Pokemon Black and White was so good. Pokemon Black and White created a story that actually kind of made you sit back and think, is it right for me to be throwing my Pokemon into battles with everything just because I want to see them fight? Is it right for me to try and collect all the Pokemon to just collect them and throw them in a box and never see them again? And they actually brought up, you know, issues of abuse and stuff. And that was really cool. Because it made you care about what was going on. The rival even was a really relatable character because of it. Like, I think Pokemon Black and White is one of the best games. It has a story that's on par with pretty much any Final Fantasy entry. With characters with their own goals, motivations, and story arcs. But there's only 2 rivals. So, you can actually get behind the rivals and be like, you know, I like you. Don't ask me about Black and White 2. I am loath to admit I've basically not played those. I know, I did own I might still own it somewhere. But I do have a copy of it. It's just, I played it for like an hour and said, I hate this, and quit. I straight up quit. And I do feel bad about that, but there's not really a whole awful lot I can do to fix it. I have no idea how weak my... This one's called Fletchling. Okay. I was gonna call it Pick-a-Pock because I've been playing Pokemon Sun and Moon. And, my only thought on that so far? You do not need to give me 6 freaking revives in the beginning of the game, okay? There is no reason to give me 6 revives in the first 4 hours when I have literally not had a single Pokemon faint on me. Maybe once. But that was due to poison, I think. I don't remember. I've spent a lot of time kind of just trolling the game, because starting with this game, I could no longer really enjoy Pokemon. Black and White just kind of blew everything out of the water. I never expected Pokemon to have anything even closely resembling a good story. And then Black and White came out and I was like, holy crap, Pokemon can tell good stories? That was the game that I think actually really got me back into it the second time. That's not true at all. It was Pokemon Soul Silver. Good luck finding a copy of that. I have spent a good portion of my life trying to find a copy of that in person. Not possible. One of my exes had a copy. I played that for quite a bit before I realized the #1 lesson that I always remember. I hate playing Pokemon on anything other than an emulator. And I hate that that's the case. Like, I should be able to be like, oh, I like playing Pokemon on, you know, normal devices, right? But I'm not. I really am not. And I think it's because I grew up playing Pokemon on emulators. Like, I did not... Oh, I love Zigzagoon. It's one of my favorite Rattata ripoffs. I forgot how many Pokemon are in this. Way too many. But... Oh, should I catch it? Well, it could be my HM slave in the future, so I should. Huh. Yeah, still no music. Darn. Pokeball, go! So, growing up, I had a bunch of friends. They were all brothers. It was a family of like 7 kids. They had a family computer, and we'd go there and we'd take turns playing Pokemon on it. We'd play Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Pokemon Silver, and Gold, and Crystal. It was before the Game Boy Advance emulator came out. We're gonna call you Zoogle. Zoogle. Because I can call you Zoogle. By the way, if I catch any Pokemons that I am familiar with and know their names, I will be renaming them. The goal is for me to try and learn new Pokemon, but, you know, there might be Pokemon I've never used before that I've wanted to try. So, yay. But, I don't... Actually, I need this. I need your XPs. But, we played Pokemon a lot. Unfortunately, they kept deleting my frickin' save files, so what I did is I replayed the beginning of Crystal, the first, I don't know, 10 hours of it, roughly, over and over and over again, to the point where I need to finish Crystal someday, but I don't know if I can ever do it. My only 2 options to really work on finishing it will be playing a copy of Soul Silver, or playing a copy of, oh, what's it called? What's that really cool one? Liquid Crystal? Yeah. Pokemon Liquid Crystal is my other option. Both are good options. They both change the game fundamentally in a way that makes it a unique and new journey. But we played Pokemon a lot, okay? It was fun. It was nice getting to talk about the Pokemon games and learning things, and they're the ones that pointed out, like, what a shiny was, thanks to the red Gyarados existing. And that was really fun. Unfortunately, there was a problem where, ooh, Fletchling is level 5. He's actually adequate now. Yay! He can hold his own in a fight. But, it was the way I grew up playing Pokemon. I've tried repeatedly to play it on Game Boy. So, when I was about... Oh, I want to say when I was about, like, 15, 14, somewhere between there, I got back into Pokemon. Yeah, I was about 14. I got back into Pokemon because one day I was given some money to go down to a nice little comic book store. And I think it was because I sold some of my rare Pokemon cards and got money for it, because my family was broke. I got a Game Boy Color, I think, to start with. And that was pretty cool. But what was even better than that is something that I freaking regret not having anymore to this day. I got boxed copies in boxes of Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Now, back when I was a kid, there was basically a lifestyle of taking all my old crap and get just enough to get something slightly newer. So eventually, after playing through those, I took in all of my old crap, got a Game Boy Advance, and a copy of Ruby, to which I borrowed my cousin's copy of Ruby, because he's the one that got me back into Pokemon with Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, really. But I moved on from that to a Pokemon copy of Ruby. Then I got like Leaf Green, Fire Red, Emerald, and Sapphire. I got all the games. And then I eventually got a DS, and I got a copy of, oh, what was it, Diamond? Yeah, Pokemon Diamond. Couldn't get Pearl, though, because it was too expensive to get both of them. So I got Diamond, then I lost my DS and didn't play any more Pokemon games for a very long time. Then I got a copy of Black and White. I got a copy of Black and White, and it was amazing. I got a copy of White specifically, but it was amazing. It was like one of the funnest little things I had ever seen. It brought me into Pokemon. It kind of recaptured the feeling of the very first time I played Pokemon. It was really cool. Flash forward to me playing Soul Silver. I was playing Soul Silver at the same time. Never got very far in Soul Silver, but I did play it. That's a Pidgey! It's not gold, I don't think, so I'm gonna kill it. But don't shinies have a star next to them just in case? I can't tell. It's not a shiny. It can't be a shiny. If I encounter a shiny, though, doing this, that's not a shiny. That's a boring one. See, I'm blind. I can't even see my computer screen. Kill the Pidgey! So, I stopped playing after Pokemon Black and White for a long time. I did move on to playing the 2DS games. Pokemon X was the one that really got me back into it. Didn't like it. I'll say this much, though. There was actually... I'm telling the story wrong. I suck at telling stories. Flash forward to after a few years of me not playing Pokemon White and not playing Pokemon Soul Silver. We come to a time where I discover there's such a thing as, well, I discover how to play and get emulators again. So I obviously get a copy of Emerald, look at the one I'm holding in my hand and say, I like you better on computer, and play that on computer. That being said, I very quickly discovered the best thing in the universe, which is Pokemon ROM hacks. Hoo boy! Pokemon ROM hacks were the one thing that got me back into Pokemon for, like, good. Thanks to Pokemon ROM hacks, I will never leave. I might take a break, but I'll never leave again. And a lot of the Pokemon ROM hacks started to try and introduce elements from Pokemon X, like fairy typing and stuff. And I'm like, you know, I feel really bad that I don't know any of these weird Pokemon like Flabébé, and I would like to get to know them in their home game, so I got a copy of Pokemon X. I played quite a bit of that, and then I quit because I hated it. It was nowhere near Pokemon White. Like, Pokemon White did something that these older games just couldn't do. These newer games still can't do them. And that's sad. Because Pokemon White is one of my favorite games of all time. And yeah. So I am playing Pokemon Ultra Sun, that's the one. I get confused. Okay, I got Pokemon Moon and Ultra Sun, and I look at the two and I'm like, I'm confused by your existence. And they look back at me and say, we are too, but we got plenty of crap. That being said, I am enjoying my time with Ultra Sun. Like, I think it's pretty fun. Having fun in the sun. But, it's not what I remember. It's not what I wanted. It's not what I thought they would do. And then tonight, I seem to have rediscovered, and I do this every few years. I go online and I'm like, huh, I never played Pokemon Z. I'd like to play that one. I would like to play that one instead of Pokemon X or Y because it's going to be the complete story. And then I look online and I'm like, there's no Z. Is there like an Ultra X and Y? Is there like an Omega X? Is there like Super X? And I keep looking until I eventually find out they didn't make a third one. There's X and Y. That's it. And that's a problem. Because that means there's a bit of story element that just never got finished. Hopefully when they remake these games in like 10, 20 years for some new Nintendo console, they'll do an update on the content that they didn't finish for this. I love running. It's so good. Now, if I remember correctly, there's supposed to be a skating button. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not until later. Okay, well, I'm probably going to leave the episode off here. I've probably been talking for like near an hour. And I guess I kind of just needed to sit down and blab at my computer because life has been exceedingly challenging the past, I'd say the past few days, past week. You've probably noticed it in my channel uploads, and I feel bad about that because I want to be doing 2 videos every day at least. But I gotta take a small break from doing as much material because I just can't do it right now. But I will get back to it, and I'll be doing more indie videos from itch.io or whatever I find them on. I really like itch.io personally. It's kind of my favorite. But I'll be doing more videos from there eventually. Probably soonish, just not too soonish, because I gotta take a bit of a break from that. I'm super behind on all of my series beside my Minecraft series, so yeah. This right here doesn't help. This is more like a stress relaxing and hey guys, let's have a conversation kind of game. I kicked your Pokemon's beak in. I actually have no idea what I just killed. I'm staring at the screen. I'm pushing the A button. I'm making attacks and logical decisions, and I have no idea what I just killed. None. I could have just kicked a rock in or a friggin' birdhouse. Why are you following me? Oh, jeez. I'm gonna have to save manually, you know that. I need my save states, bro. By the way, speaking of the Citra emulator, how come there's no save states? I want my save states back. Hashtag make save states great again. Alright, that's gonna be it for this episode. If you guys like the video and my rambling, please leave a like, comment in the description below. Especially tell me if there's any Pokemon that you want to see me train and battle with, because that'd be cool. And, or just your thoughts and experiences on Pokemon. Like, that'd be nice. I'd like to hear more about that. And if you liked the video, subscribe so you can see more content in the future. And, as always, thanks for watching. Adios.